Holy cow. Hey everybody, Jeff here. We are still at the 2018 10 Dusters. Man, he just keeps running to me everywhere. It's Jeff Steinkamp. Here, come here, Jeff, say hi. This is just Facebook Live. This is my good friend Jeff Steinkamp. He's a good guy.
Hey, how you doing?
I'll even just to show you that I'm a bilingual politician. You can even give a plug for your cousin. You can give a plug for your cousin. Tell everybody come out and vote.
Cousin Rich Cramsey's running for state representative November 6th. Please come out and vote. You know, I care that you vote for maybe Rich, but get out and vote for me. Okay? That's your right and your duty. So get out and do that. And
you only hit a couple thousand people. So. Thanks, Jeff. All right. Anyway, that was Jeff Steinkamp. He's a good man. He's a good man. I know some people, they don't like politics. Me personally, I don't. But anyway, we're out here at the 10 Dusters, so I'm going to be polite to people. But I want to talk to you guys about something. Somebody asked me the other day, how come I don't get upset very often? How come I don't get mad? And I was sitting there talking with my dad last night, and there was like a small little fender bender. You know, situations happen as long as no one gets hurt, you know, and it's, you know, it wasn't my fault or anybody else's. But you guys always hear me about telling you to hug your kids and do different things with your kids and make sure to be family oriented, okay? And the reason why, look, here's another crazy man. Hey, we're gonna say hi to Paul Havermel over here. I'm live. Okay. Wearing an army hat.
That's right.
Paul, say hi to everybody.
How we doing, guys?
Hey, do a quick political plug. Tell everybody to come out and vote on November, even though this isn't a political thing, but tell them to come on out and vote, because I just had Jeff Steinkamp, so now you get through really quick.
Hey, everybody needs to get out and vote. If you don't vote, you can't complain.
Yeah. Nah, vote's a good. Paul's
vote's
a good
thing.
He's a great councilman, great friend of mine. Love him to death, even though he's the Army, not the Marine Corps. But anyway, go back to the story I was telling you about. So everybody keeps asking me different questions, and I get different questions on why I do the things what I do, and why do I have Paul's the other realm of politics. So we balanced it out. One's a Democrat, one's a Republican. You want to tag Paul Havermel and tag? Yes, I want to talk Paul. Paul's a good guy. Jeff Steinkamp's a good guy. See, I come from a town to where people actually like each other. And it's windy out here. Holy crap, it's windy. I apologize, everybody. It is windy out here. Now, let me get back to the story I was sitting there trying to tell you. So, oh, somebody lost a big one. All right. Years ago, what's going on? How you doing? When I was working at Radio Shack, believe it or not, I was actually working at Wavering Aquatic Center in the summertime, and I was working at Radio Shack in the wintertime, and also the YMCA in the wintertime. Well, it was kind of misting outside. Got off work at Radio Shack. It was around 10 o'clock. It was Christmas season. It was around November. And I was driving my 1986 Buick Regal. And when I was driving my vehicle, I pulled out of the mall parking lot, turned down the road, and a car had literally pulled in front of me to where I kind of had to put on my brakes a little bit, and I couldn't figure out there was erratic driving. Me, I just literally took a right, and the car comes out. Well, the car had a boat on the back. It was a truck, and had a boat on the back. There was no lights on the boat, no reflectors, and all of a sudden, the car, instead of turning on a turn signal, turned down an alley that's not even really an alley. It was like backyard of somebody's house, and didn't let anybody know they were turning, and I slammed into the back of the vehicle, ruining the entire front of my car. So, being that it was my very first wreck I've ever been in and everything, it literally scared the bejeebers out of me, not gonna lie. It made me nervous. Hello, ladies. What shirt are you guys looking for?
Broadway.
Broadway? Broadway's actually that way.
That's right.
2 blocks.
Yeah, gee. Okay.
Now, what in Broadway are you trying to get to?
505. Around
505, so you want to go up this way.
and go down 2 blocks.
And yep, take a left and go 2 blocks and you're Broadway.
All right.
You're going to pass the courthouse on one side and you'll have the Croc Center on the other.
Thank you.
You're welcome, ladies. Be safe and try to stay warm. Anyway, going back to what I was talking about. Hey, Mary. So I got in a wreck and I got out of my vehicle, you know, nervous and everything else. Somebody called the cops, everything else. Well, one of the guys out of the vehicle got out with a tire iron, started yelling at me, calling me every name in the book, blaming me for everything. Didn't even look at the damage that caused me. And I just stood there with my mouth shut. Didn't matter how many sports I was in or wrestling or anything else. But the guy was just, he was just irate. He looked at his boat, basically made this big deal. And being at the time, I was just like, okay, I really don't like this at all. I literally was just 16, and the guy was kind of not a very nice guy, let's put it that way. So, the cops get there, and when the cops got there, they talked with me. I told them what happened and everything else. Well, then the guy's over there, and it's funny because of the driver. And in front of the cop, the driver pulls out a beer, starts chugging a beer, and throws it in the back of the vehicle. Starts calling me every name in the book and that it was my fault and everything. Well, cop comes over, gives me a ticket and everything else like that. The cop was extremely nice. But looking back, here's the thing. That guy did everything in his power to give me a ticket. Yet not only were they drinking and driving, and they had a back, because like I saw, there was just a back end, nothing but beer. 3 people in the cab, and no lights on the boat, misting outside, pulling down, and erratic driving. And I'm the one who got the ticket. I got the ticket at a time, not only that, but I was threatened, and it was very, very upsetting to me. Now, why was that upsetting to me? It's because I was a kid, and the cop was really nice to me. I just didn't know what to say or do, I was more worried about what my dad would think. I was more worried about the insurance and everything like that. But that's what the guys did, and they thought it was funny. Well, my cousin, who later passed away, lived 2 doors down from the guy, knew the guy and everything else, but my cousin got a different last name. The guys sit there and talked about how they're getting a brand new boat out of some sucker that, anyway, made this big deal. Well, if I knew at the time that I could argue back with them and that I could have done something about it, I would have. But I didn't. I literally sat there and I was like, these guys, I got taken advantage of because of my age, because of the conditions outside, and because it was more important for somebody to get a new boat. And so to me, I will never go crazy on somebody or be rude to somebody because of the situation. How you doing today? Good. Because if you are, it can make a person, it made me feel like crap, honestly. It made me feel like I was the worst person. What made Theo do something wrong? But later on, when you find out you got 3 drunk guys that were fishing and didn't have lights on their boat, didn't have any kind of turn signal, didn't have any kind of code, it made for a very, very difficult situation. And nobody once asked me if I was, in fact, I was threatened with a tire iron instead. The guy was going to beat me up and beat the crap out of me. I was 16 years old, man. I really just literally turned 16 and did not have any idea of what life was like, I guess you could say. How you doing today?
Pretty good, man.
Outstanding. So to me, whenever we do things in life, we have to understand and be patient with people. We have to understand, we have to be calm. And we can't be sporadic. We can't be erratic. Sorry, not sporadic, but erratic. Meaning we can't jump off the hinges at people just because we think we know more than them. We're better than them. We're bigger than them. We need to make sure that we know the whole story and we know what's going on, because it can affect somebody in life. Now, later on, I joined the Marine Corps, and I guarantee you that would have never happened to me again, because I wasn't about to let some fool take advantage of me just because they were drunk and wanted a new boat. But on the other hand, I'm never going to treat somebody that way. I'm never, whether it's my fault, somebody else's fault, anybody's fault. Nobody deserves to be treated rude, disrespectful, or anything else. Understand, accidents happen. People mess up every day. We fail so many times in life before we succeed. So I want to make sure people succeed and they learn from their failures, but you have to have that opportunity to succeed from the failure. You can't just fail. And that's what I want each and every one of you to know. Every day, look at your life. Look at the situations around you. How can you improve yourself? How can you improve the lives of people around you? I'm not mad at people for what their political affiliation is or what branch of service they are. I love everybody just equal. I think everybody's great. But it's to be motivated around those that don't have that motivation. How you guys doing? Outstanding. How you guys doing? It's to be nice to people. Treat people with kindness and mean it, not just treat people. The condition is doing it. I come out here because all these people are so great. They're so warm that, people are sitting next to each other. They don't even know each other. They're just talking to each other because they're great. And that's what I want each and every one of you to see. How you guys doing today? Hey, every one of these people out here is great. And when you come out to Quincy and you see how great people are sitting next to you, they don't care about your political affiliation. They don't care about who you are. They just care that you're having a good time and you're warm. Because none of us are. So, I still love that car. Anyway, I'll talk to everybody soon. Bye.